to the RunnerX podcast, where we talk about all things running. As many runners know, it's 90% mental. So join Coach Valerie and Coach Caroline as we go through the mental side of running.
Hey there, welcome back to Tough Love Tuesday. I'm your host, Coach Caroline. I work with Valerie, as you guys all know, and I have been working on my own running skills. I've also been working on, losing some weight, doing some more strength training, working out with her. It's really a joy to be living this close to her, to be able to learn correct movements in all the things I do. And for some reason, I'm going to make an assumption here. I'm not a medical doctor, obviously. I had been working for a couple of months at the beginning of the year, and I have a stand-up desk. And then I lost my job, and I went to just doing the work we do with RunnerX. And I also have a private coaching business where I coach people on their mindset, and I coach people on how to basically not only work within their running goals, but also their life goals. So that job allows me to sit on my couch a lot more than needing to stand up at my stand-up desk. So since about March, I've been probably sitting on my couch, so legs out in front of me with my dogs, more than I've been standing. Now, I'm also working out with Valerie, and she actually coaches at a CrossFit gym. So I'm learning more heavy lifting techniques and those kinds of exercises. I will preface this by saying I'm only doing that 2 times a week, which I personally do not believe is enough to make a huge difference in my body. I need to actually add a 3rd day, which I'm planning to do. But I was building up slowly, and was getting back used to working out, so it was okay. So it was April, May, June, July. So now we're coming up. It's August now. So basically, we're talking about 3.5 months. And then I had an opportunity that got me up back to the stand-up desk for about an hour at a time, 3 days in a row, where I used to just stand up to do these podcasts, and they're like 10 or 15 minutes, but I was actually standing at my desk for a good few hours within the course of a week. And what happened so strange to me was my back seized. My lower back, we used to call it judo back because it's right above your, basically your hiney, right? It's right above your butt. We used to call it judo back in martial arts because of the twisting that you would do when you would throw somebody. But so this is what it felt like, but it was really seizing. It was really tight. So I got out my balls. I got out my tune-up balls, and I started doing my hip openers, rolling on my balls, on my glutes, doing my glute bridges, because I realized that if my lower back was tight, it was probably coming from my glutes, right? They're your biggest muscle that are just below there. So I was doing a lot of work, and I got to say, it was helping immensely. I was actually really amazed at how rolling just below it, I could really find the spot, and it really helped a lot. Well, that went on from Thursday to about the following Tuesday. And because I know Valerie so well, I was still really tender. It was still seizing up if I was sitting too long. I was finding myself having to roll. I was rolling about 3 times a day. I was down to rolling twice a day. But it was our workout day. So I went ahead and just came to the gym and just told her it's still tight. So she said, "Hey, let's see what you're doing." First off, I was rolling with 1 ball, not the 2. And if you look up the tune-up fitness balls, I'll post a link in the show notes here. But you buy a little sack with them so they can actually act like 2 balls. And she wanted me to put it on my lower back so that a ball is on either side of my spine. And that's what I did. I had it on my lower back and just let my body lean into it. And then I would move the balls up a little bit, and I would move up my spine. Now you're saying, "Oh, Caroline, you've been talking about this for 4 minutes." The point of it is, as I was rolling up, it was like a masseuse, right? Just pressing down on those muscles that were irritated and inflamed. And then the goal was to get me up to right below like the bra line. As a female, it's like right in the middle of your back. When I got to right about that space, if you took your hand on the middle of your back right now, it's right about there. And I leaned onto it. I felt shooting down into my butt, around both thighs, down my IT band. Like not pain, like not like I had to jump up, but I could feel where the tightness was and how it was radiating down my spine into my, I'm not a medical person, so it's I'm not going to even try to say it. Anyway, through my butt and around the sides of both of my hips. So my point to you is this: we forget we are all connected. When was the last time you opened up a book to look at the nervous system? When was the last time you opened up a medical book to look at our blood flow? I've talked before about how my big toe was affecting my knee, right? And now I'm trying to tell you that the small of my back is what was causing pain all the way down into my IT band. I can guarantee you that if you went to a chiropractor or physical therapist, they would see it, they would tell you what to do, and they would correct it. But they wouldn't like necessarily show you that pain. They would just see it in your movement. And that's the difference. That's the difference really between, I'm not a physical therapist and neither is Valerie, but some of the work we do can allow you to be so much more in tune with your body. Okay. If I'd gone to a chiropractor, they would have fixed me up. They would have given me some PT. I probably would have done it or maybe not. But the idea would be is I'd keep going to the chiropractor and have he or she fix me, right? Hey, it's tight again, fix me. Hey, it's tight again, fix me. But by her showing me an exercise, just a very simple exercise, actually not even an exercise, by showing me a self-care, I was able to find the problem myself, and now I'm correcting it myself. Now, I 100% believe in chiropractors, PT. They're wonderful. Go to them. I even take my dog to a chiropractor. I'm a firm believer in that sort of healthy medicine. But I also want to give you guys the opportunity to know your body so that if you do pull a muscle or your back seizes up on a Sunday night and you can't get to your chiropractor till Wednesday, or maybe you just have a really busy week and you can't get to your chiropractor till next week, how do you make it through that week? How do you not be debilitated? And it's by actually going through the process of self-care, doing the repetition of work like I was doing. I started on my butt. I didn't even think about my upper back, the whole chain, and remembering that it's all connected. So just because I have a pain, say in my calf, doesn't mean that I just roll my calf. It means I have to look at my calf. I have to look at my foot. I have to look at the ball of my foot. I have to look at my hamstring. I have to look at my glutes. I have to look not only at my glutes, maybe I have to look at my lower back. Maybe I have to look at my shoulders. Maybe I have to look at my neck. And you won't know unless you start becoming more aware of your body and how it moves and how it's all connected. So that's my challenge for you this week. Go find a anatomy book or something like that. You can probably even Google the nervous system. Take a look at how everything is connected. Look at how that blood flow goes from the top of your head all the way down to your big toe. And really try to imagine what it would be like to have all of that blood flowing smoothly, to have your nerves be able to connect to one another, and to actually feel that joy and be connected to that. That's huge, guys. I guarantee you it will help you become more connected to yourself when you run. And we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for joining us on the RunRx podcast. If you'd like to know more, join us at www.runrx.fit. And if you have additional questions that you'd like answered on the podcast, email us at support@runrx.fit.